I see a man who would love for the Chiefs to win a football game this weekend and then keep going on.
Ask me the question, which quarterback?
I see a man who is part of Modern Family on ABC. I see a man, an award-winning man. I see a man who's wearing Chiefs gear head to toe.
This is my tough outfit.
I see Eric Stonestreet here on the Rich Eisen Show.
That's right.
Which quarterback would you like to see win a Super Bowl ring for the first time? That is a Mahomes headband are rocking right now.
That's right. Get to Arrowhead early tomorrow, and you can get one of these.
Apparently, what, the first 50,000 fans come to the game?
That's what we are. I actually forgot I brought it today, and it fell out of my jacket. I'm like, where did these underwear come from? I'm like, oh, no, that's my Mahomes. That's my Mahomes.
All right, how are you feeling
How's
right
it
now?
look? I feel all right. I feel good.
It looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
So
covers up my gaping, receding hairline.
Look, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I got it.
Should I put that on? Let me see what that looks like. Let's see if I have the same head sizes.
This is epic. I think this is a good
that is nice.
Yeah, this is nice.
Put him in,
what do you
coach.
think?
That's really going to keep the hair out of your eyes.
I look like Matt Nagy with a visor on right now.
Why do bald guys wear visors?
Looks good.
Yeah, I got it right now. There he goes. We just split it with Mahomes. What do you think?
It looks good. Look at the T. Kelsey back there, baby.
Travis
giving you
Kelce.
notes.
When you say you feel good, I've been noticing on your Instagram account at Eric Stonestreet, just like your Twitter account, that you are, is it Saturday yet? How many more nights of sleep is required?
Yeah. I'm excited. Look, but you know me. You know me. I come into the season, every season, this excited. As excited as I am right now. This year, the difference is it's been justified the whole season. I keep getting more and more excited. So I'm excited. I mean, I'm a football fan. I'm a Chiefs fan, so I'm excited. And I feel good.
Now, when you say you feel like it's legitimate compared to the Alex Smith years, compared to Trent Green years, I mean, what are you talking about here?
You know, I said on your other show, this is a different feeling that I have. I literally said to you, I feel like when it's 3rd and 8, I feel like we have a chance to pick it up. When I never have necessarily felt that confident. That day against the Ravens, it's 4th and whatever, and Mahomes comes across the field, finds Tyreek Hill for 48 yards. It happened in that moment.
Yeah, against the Ravens.
I never gave. I don't feel the feeling of needing to give up like I have in the past. But I also am measured.
Exhale.
I also know that we're going to be lined up against professional athletes, and we have to win. We have to win the battles.
Yeah, the Colts too, right? I mean,
I get it.
Once upon a time, 1-5.
Yeah.
Now 11-6.
Andrew Luck, is a good quarterback.
I know.
39 touchdowns, not 50.
Is this the team, if you could have chosen out of the wild card weekend?
I think we match up really well against the Colts, I think, for a couple reasons.
Okay.
One,
yes,
our pass rush is very underappreciated in the national dialogue and conversation. I know their offensive line's great, but that seems to be, what the topic of conversation is. Quentin Nelson is great. He's going to meet Chris Jones tomorrow. See how that goes. He may win. He may not. They're not going to win every battle, every one of them. So I think our pass rush is not being talked about enough to get to Andrew Luck. And then the other thing that I don't think is being really talked about that much is how they're going to stop us from scoring 48 points.
Yeah, I mean, because also Andy Reid coming off of a bye week is pretty damn good.
Andy Reid is new Andy Reid as far as I'm concerned. I love Andy Reid. I love the hire. I know Philly fans are like, just wait and see what he does to you in the playoffs. Like, whatever. He's different. He sits on the bench with Pat while the defense is out on the field, and it looks like they're deciding what they're going to get for appetizers. I freaking love it.
Yeah, I know. He's the Andy Reid that we've mentioned. He's out of what's to give.
He is. He wants it.
And also when in this world where we're seeing all Eric Stonestreet here on the Rich Eisen Show for the full hour, by the way, 844-204-RICH if you want to call in. He's going to take your phone calls.
We'll talk things other than Chiefs. It's just in case people are like...
No, because you're a diehard football fan. There's all that stuff going on. I do want to talk, with you. You're a Big 12 guy as well. Cliff Kingsbury is now in the National Football League, and that's part of something that we could hit on a little bit right here, because my point is going to be with everybody looking for the next Sean McVay, okay, to the point where McCarthy didn't get hired. Mike McCarthy didn't get hired. And Bruce Arians did get hired, but you know what you're going to get with him. Andy Reid kind of reinvented himself here. He reinvented himself in Kansas City, but still had some of the same things that Eagles fans were giving you grief for about clock management, what happens in the playoffs. Mahomes is the game changer. He is the game changer for Reid, for this franchise, for people that might be thinking a trap door is getting set to open in Arrowhead to kick off divisional playoff weekend.
It's the Mahomes effect. It's you don't want to put all the pressure on the kid, but he happens to be, I think, a guy that can handle it. I think he's very poised.
Yes.
Out of his element, poised, like it's impressive. But that's what great play does. It elevates everyone around you. It elevates the tackles. It elevates the guards, the wide receivers to hit their routes right. And I think no doubt that it's elevated Andy Reid. I mean, I think he has brought his game up. And, everybody's looking for the next Sean McVay. I'd say there is no Sean McVay without Andy Reid, and you need to be looking for the next Andy Reid. And somebody asked me if I'd rather have Sean McVay or Andy Reid. I'm going to take the guy that's won 200 games in the NFL before I take the guy that probably will win that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm wondering why Eric Bieniemy didn't get it. We're looking at him on the screen right here, why he wouldn't get a sniff. I mean, or he did, but he didn't get hired, it doesn't look like.
Well, I'd
take someone from the Andy Reid tree right now.
Well, yeah, it's worked out for the Eagles and it's worked out for the Bears.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping it's because a combination of Eric not wanting to leave yet. I mean, we don't know how super interested I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe he wants to see this through and get a little more under his belt and then go dominate.
What is the this that he's seeing through? What is the this?
The this.
How much are you willing to talk about? How much are you willing to put out there through the mouth gate?
Here's the thing. I'm willing to put it all out there knowing that there are just people that exist to make me feel bad. When, you know what I mean? Like people don't mostly understand is how that people wake up every morning to go on to Instagram or to Twitter to make us feel bad for putting an opinion out there or a thought. And I wear my passion for the Kansas City Chiefs loud and proud, knowing full well that in the past, it's very documented that I have been disappointed. But again, that's taking something away from the people that lined up against the Chiefs and beat them. They're professional athletes.
Right.
The Patriots are the greatest moment probably in NFL history.
Yes.
We've lost to them because they're great. Tom Brady's great.
Well, and I can also say this too, though, about your, I guess, fandom, and I will put this out there. I don't know if you're aware, Chris Brockman, but there's many people from the football world who are fans of Modern Family, huge fans of Modern Family. Up the flow chart of the National Football League resides the commissioner of the National Football League.
Yep.
Who you've referred to as the Goods, right?
Goods. It's Goods.
So the Goods has invited you to come to the Super Bowl, correct?
Well,
yes.
he made that invitation a few years ago, and I said not until the Chiefs were in it. And make no mistake, I have been reminding him of that invitation this season. And
Oh, you have?
Oh, yeah, of course.
See, I mean, there's some fans though that just wouldn't even put that out there because then there's
that has nothing to do with how well we block and tackle and throw the ball tomorrow and next week and potentially in the Super Bowl. Like me putting that out, I mean, I'm a fan, but I'm not like weird. Like, just like the people that say, oh, well, the Chiefs have had this history. It's like Mitch Schwartz tweeted out. It's like, I'm pretty sure that, when Patrick Mahomes was in high school and the Chiefs last lost to the Colts has nothing to do with, tomorrow. Like it's a.
Okay. So you put it out there.
Yeah, put it out there. I just told him, I said, look, I hope you've got a suite in Atlanta because I'm going to be on your pullout.
Well, I think he. So you mean suite, not in the stadium?
No,
you mean
I'm most worried about where I'm going to stay if I get to go. Like,
could you imagine? By the way, I think. I don't want to say.
We make some calls.
I think the Goods has a pull-out couch.
Yeah,
I would think so. I mean,
that sounds like a great Neil
just
Simon
us brushing
play.
our teeth together in the morning.
That just sounds like a great Neil Simon play. All right, we've got phone calls. People are calling in.
Yeah.
844-204-RICH.
Great.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll take phone calls. We also have in store with you, Eric Stonestreet.
I feel like you're going to do something to me.
No. Chris Brockman has his picks, using things like what are the words?
Spreads.
Totals and lines.
Lines.
Okay.
Lines.
Overs.
For this weekend?
For all 4 games.
Oh, gotcha.
All 4 games.
Yeah.
Any analytics going on here?
Yes, I got lots of nuggets.
You've got nuggets and analytics.
I got trends. I got analytics.
By the way, that was a great album. Nuggets and Analytics. I think was
Rush.
Fifth Dimension. Nuggets and Analytics. It was great. You just saw where we both came from. Rush, Fifth Dimension.
Yes.
Also, Mike Del Tufo has the weather report for the weekend.
That's exciting.
Mike Del Tufo's weather report.
It's usually not that good.
Well, usually the flop sweat comes fast.
Well, because they all like kind of evil eye me while I'm doing it. So
Yeah.
it kind of becomes a little awkward.
The flop sweat comes fast.
I haven't seen for sure what the weather is, so I'm very
And
excited.
so-
Oh, okay. All right.
Mike, you're actually going to be relied on to
Focus.
impart information. Okay?
Very excited.
So focus, drown out the noise.
The
and you'll-
noise. It's over here.
Just give the quality weather report. Actually, it's now over here.
Oh,
the
it's over
cameras
here.
are now over
Okay,
here.
thanks. They're
Yeah,
moving around. Sorry.
Casey and Nick have
moving
moved.
that.
Okay, and so also we got to have a start bench cutter too for you because I know you enjoy that when you come.
I do like 'em.
All right, Eric Stonestreet right here on the Rich Eisen Show. 844-204-RICH if you'd like to chat with him or any of us. That's when we come back here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. Eric Stonestreet spending the hour with us here. The poll question, let's check on the results right now, brought to you by our friends at TrueCar. When you are trying to sell or trade in your car, you need to make good choices. And with TrueCar, you've got a star on your roster. So when you're ready to sell or trade in your car, check out TrueCar. True cash offer not available in all areas. What do you have over there, Chris?
Yeah, which quarterback do you want to see get their first Super Bowl ring? Phillip Rivers leads the way right now, 68%.
And then go down the out of respect to our friend
Out
here.
of respect, 13% for Andrew Luck, 10% Patrick Mahomes, 6% Dak Prescott, 3% Jared Goff.
Where are the Cowboy fans out there?
Where are the Rams fans? 3% for Jared Goff?
Uh-huh.
That's
That's that's milk.
that's nothing.
Some thick milk.
So, but you understand where the
Of course,
where it
I think
comes from.
Phillip Rivers is an awesome dude. I mean, he's a competitor, and I'm glad he was in the AFC West. It only legitimizes our division, and I'm thankful that he was there. And I think he's a good guy. I don't want him to win this year, obviously.
But you're rooting for him Sunday, right?
You know, I am rooting for him, but I think if we win tomorrow for
Yes.
a full cleanse of everything, the Patriots need to come to Arrowhead, and we need to beat the Patriots.
What do you mean
at
by
Arrowhead.
full cleanse?
Just
what do you mean by that?
let the past be the past and move forward into this new era for the Chiefs. It has
Right.
nothing to do with the Patriots. It has
Okay.
everything to do with us. But I'm excited about either of those matchups. I think the Chargers, came into Arrowhead and they beat us. I mean, there's no doubt. But I don't think that will happen twice.
And then, of course, it would be a rematch of the Sunday night game where the Patriots would be, however, in your house.
Yeah, they're beat up. I mean,
I am just not buying in to the Patriots they're not the same team. And I
You're
know
not
that-
buying into
I'm
it.
not. I know that Gronk is a shadow of his
look,
former
I'm getting nervous
self.
just talking about them.
I know that. I know. You're breaking out just
just-
talking about Gronk is a shadow of his former self. I understand that. And who was it? Was it Charles or Kurt wondering where the defensive playmaker? It was Charles Davis in hour one, wondering where the defensive playmaker is for the Patriots. That person doesn't really exist. And I'm like, those people never exist until they become one.
Yeah,
That's the
and
way it works with New England.
The playmaker on the defense for the Patriots has always been Bill Belichick. He puts people in positions
Right.
to succeed and shut down things. Like he does it. Like he's a defensive genius. So
And Brady is still, I know he's a 41-year-old diminished return, supposedly Brady, but I don't buy it.
I think the key on defense, Dante Hightower didn't play in last year's playoffs. You kind of saw that in the Super Bowl, just gave up lots of running yards, receiving yards, points, whatever. He's back.
So he's the playmaker.
I think he's the playmaker on D. Stephon Gilmore was first-team All-Pro this year in the secondary. Of course, the McCourty brothers are back there.
And there's always, again, the Foxborough stuff.
Stuff happens.
The pre-snap penalty where you either screw yourself over when you're going for it on fourth and short, now you got to punt, or the offsides penalty that makes it third and long to third and manageable for Brady, or the free play you give Brady, or
The headsets go out.
well, I mean, you could. I know there's always
Gotta throw that in there.
there's that mentality that Foxborough has the ghosts, but
Yeah.
I'm not buying in any of that.
No.
Wind
Just-
in that direction of the White House.
I'm buying the fact that there's always a team that does 1, 2, 3 foot shooting moments that costs them, and you've got to have a clean sheet going in and out.
Right. You
do it.
can't make mistakes against them. It's like an MMA match. It's like you're in there battling a guy who's two guys that are completely qualified to choke each other out at any given moment, right? But what gets a guy choked out isn't necessarily the other guy. It's you making a mistake that creates the window to be. Did I kind of look like I could choke somebody out?
It did
when
look
I did
like
that?
you're making a nice choke move right there. It did. It did seem that
So
way.
that's you got to treat the Patriots like they're always going to make the right move.
Right. And then I guess the headset is the version of the friend of Stipe Miocic jumping over the top of the octagon to just start creating mayhem that you don't expect.
Right.
But
Is that an appropriate analogy as well?
It's fine. That works.
we just got to beat the Colts, and then I'll take obviously either one, and I feel I do. I
Right.
just feel confident. I feel like we can do it, knowing that I'm going to get lit up if it doesn't.
It's
go
all
our
right,
way.
man. I mean, you're a fan. That's that. Let's go to the phone lines. We asked for phone calls for Eric, and we have received them. Topeka, Kansas.
Hey, what's
Mason
up?
in Topeka. You're on the Rich Eisen Show with Eric Stonestreet. What's up, Mason?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Eric and Rich, how you guys doing?
What's
Good.
up?
Hey, I was just calling. I know you guys have been touching on the Chiefs a lot. Eric, I was curious to get your perspective on the current K-State situation. Kleiman coming in, Snyder retiring. And he coached at North Dakota State he was 72-6, I believe. Coach Carson Wentz, who was a 0-star coming there. Just curious if you thought the retirement of Snyder was at the right time, and if you like that hire.
Well, it's the right time for Coach Snyder if
If he feels that way.
if he feels it. And I know Coach Snyder well enough to know that he puts university and program before himself, and he puts his family before a lot of other things. So I think that I've said before I yield to Coach Snyder, and he decided to retire, and I yield to him on that. And with respect to Coach Kleiman coming in, I'm like he said, he's jacked to be there. I'm jacked to have him.
Have you reached out to him? Has he reached out to you yet?
Not directly in person, but indirectly, we've had conversations through the athletic director and the head of recruiting.
Is he aware that it should be a first order of business is to get into contact with you, Eric?
Yeah,
Is he aware
I
of
mean,
that?
I think he probably is figuring that out. Yeah.
That might have been a part of the negotiating process.
No, look, I love Kansas State, and I think he's, it's not like we went out and got the third best coach in that division. We went and got the guy that's won multiple championships.
Right.
He has a good working relationship with Gene Taylor, our athletic director. He's hired a good staff. He understands what he's stepping into at Kansas State and what it is to be in Manhattan, Kansas. He's an Iowa guy, meaning he's a Midwest guy. He gets the culture, the climate of what it is to coach in Manhattan, which is like it's an island. It's in the middle of nowhere. And he's going to get guys to want to come there and play, and he's going to get the right guys to come there and play, because you come to Manhattan, Kansas, you have to rely on your teammates as your family, because you don't have the bright lights of Kansas City. I mean, it's 2 hours away. So reason our teams have been good is because they commit to each other and becoming friends with each other on the football field. There's programs that, like in the NFL, the offensive guys don't even know defensive guys' names. At Ohio State and some of those big programs, they're not friends. At K-State, they're family, they're friends.
It's funny, every year you'll text me before the draft, look out for this guy, look out for that guy. One of the guys you said that to me a few years ago was when the Seahawks drafted Tyler Lockett. That guy has become a bright, shining star in Seattle.
Yeah,
man.
I also texted some people at the Chiefs, and I said, please don't sleep on Tyler Lockett. Like he is.
And what did they say?
Well, they
Slept
didn't
on
respond. But I wanted him in Kansas City so bad. I forget who we drafted that
Could have
year.
been Tyreek Hill instead. I don't know.
Give me.
It's a few
It's
years
the year
ago.
we took Marcus Peters, so I don't know who we took second that
Sure.
year. But Tyler Lockett is
Unbelievable.
and his work ethic. He is a consummate pro, and that's what Bill Snyder's reputation was, is
Right.
getting these guys ready for the next level of their life, whether it's the NFL or whether it's just being a respectable human being in society.
And now you got Cliff Kingsbury going from the Big 12 by way a quick stop here at USC for like 2
Interesting,
weeks.
right?
And I think what we're seeing is the combination of Sean McVay's, young wonderkind schemer
How old
success.
was Tom Landry when they hired him in Dallas?
36.
So it's not new.
No, it's not, but it's rare. That said, we're also seeing it has to be what Mahomes has done. It has to be
Something to do with it.
I mean, although Mahomes didn't light it up every single game in the Big 12 either.
No,
right?
he didn't beat. I don't think he beat K-State. Maybe he beat him once. Somebody will tell me. But I mean, we handled Mahomes when he was there. So I don't know that it's the Cliff. It's I don't know that Cliff Kingsbury is going to take a lot of the responsibility for Mahomes, and I don't know if I think Mahomes would be gracious and say Cliff is a great coach.
He has already come out and said that.
But you're not coaching up and teaching Mahomes to do some of the things he's doing. He's God-given talent, and it's just like channeling it and funneling it into the right direction. Now, at the NFL level, it's a different deal because, you're making reads and adjustments and things like that because you're playing against other NFL players. And in college, you can get away with maybe winging a little bit more.
It's interesting, while we're having this conversation, 844-204-RICH, we'll take some more phone calls in a second. Vance Joseph has just been named the defensive coordinator of the Arizona Cardinals, correct? Chris Brockman? Yeah. And also Steve Sarkisian looks like he's going to be the OC there.
Really?
Yeah. How about that? A former USC coach is going to be the one to try and make Josh Rosen a professional, even though he got bounced out of Atlanta.
And Greg Williams close to being the Jets DC.
Jets defensive coordinator.
You like that? You got to like that.
Well, he's all sorts of crazy, man.
Yeah, but...
And you saw what he's done in Cleveland. We'll see what he can do there in the Jets. Him and Gase have huge personalities. Oh, my gosh. The Jets beat writers are going to have to get themselves an earful fast. All right, let's take one more call. Ron in Detroit, you're here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's up, Ron?
Hey, what's up, Rich? I was calling the situation, the Steelers. I have a strong feeling that the Patriots going to go after Antonio Brown because, their history, they go after guys who so-called have problems and stuff like that. And if they play the Patriots way, I think they're going to go after him because that would lengthen Tom Brady's career another 2 or 3 years because he needs another weapon out there. And I just feel, what do you feel about that?
Well, Ron, and thanks for the call. He's not a free agent. So
he's under contract.
He is under contract. And I think, what's the name of the warm place that would have to freeze over? Yeah, that one.
Hell. Yeah,
before the Patriots get Antonio Brown in a trade.
Yeah.
From Pittsburgh. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
But I think they'll send him to the other conference, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, we went over this in the first hour. We could just quickly hit this again.
49ers
what do you give up for Antonio Brown?
Well, I mean, if you are, again, here are the top 5 on the clock. Because you want a first-round selection back for Antonio Brown.
Arizona.
Niners, Jets, Raiders, Bucks. You don't think either one of those teams would take? And in terms of, the Jets, that would be a very difficult sell. Certainly since I think the Jets are about to go run and get Le'Veon Bell immediately.
Bucks.
The Bucks would take him and pair him up with Mike Evans, with Bruce Arians for Jameis, just when they need to get him successful fast.
Mm-hmm.
49ers, man.
I'd consider that. The 49ers?
Yeah, they've been tweeting
for
at
Jimmy
him.
G?
I saw
I know George Kittle.
Yeah.
George Kittle tweeted at him, and he tweeted back. He laughed.
What's up?
Yeah, no, that's right.
I love that stuff.
I know. That and Le'Veon Bell and is the offseason
So wait,
story.
Le'Veon Bell, you think's going to the Jets?
And
yeah, I do. Wow. Or the Bucks too, by the way. The Bucks have a ton. Everybody's got a ton of. Do you know who has the most cap space? I believe the Colts. The Colts have draft picks coming out of there. You know what? And they've got cap space all over the place. I don't want to get any more into it for you. In a few minutes we have left here with Eric Stonestreet. Let's play Start Bench Cut with him as we send him out the door to his divisional weekend.
Start now. Bench. Just sit down and be quiet. Or cut. Get out.
All right. As always, you have 3 choices. You must start one, you must bench one, you must cut one. Eric Stonestreet. If the Chiefs advance beyond this weekend, the quarterback you'd least like to face, Brady, Phillip, Breeze. Start, bench, cut.
Okay, the one I'd least like to
Correct.
face?
Is what you start. And then you go down and...
Okay. I'd least like to face Breeze.
Huh. Okay.
Then Brady, then Rivers.
Okay. Do you think Breeze is the toughest or just
Well,
the
I
one you want
think
to face
Breeze
him?
is on another level with his accuracy. I mean, I think he is I think he is Patrick Mahomes after playing in the league for many, many years. He's beyond accurate. He's just a gamer, a winner. He's a Hall of Famer.
I just thought you can also go reverse polarity and just cut Breeze because you want to face him the most because that means you're in the Super Bowl.
Well,
just throwing that all out there.
Okay.
I didn't
go that angle.
You treated it with the spirit with which this is intended. Second one, home team this weekend that's most likely to be upset: Rams, Patriots, Saints. We took you guys out. We take your Chiefs out of it.
Thank you.
Start bench cut: Rams, Patriots, Saints. Team most likely to be upset this weekend at home.
Rams, Patriots, Saints.
Yeah, it's tough to go in that regard, but everybody's jumping on that Chargers bandwagon, man.
Keep doing it. Everyone jump aboard.
All right, last one. Biggest fan faux pas at any NFL game this week. Start bench cut. Leaving the game before it's over. Leaving your seats during gameplay, bathroom, concessions, or any. Or wearing apparel from teams that are not playing.
Oh, my gosh. That's the most annoying thing.
That's Brockman's pet peeve.
Thank you, Eric.
It is so annoying.
I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, it's like, okay, thanks for the information, bro. Thanks for letting us all know that you root for the Jets at this Patriots Chargers game. Like who cares?
Exactly.
It's such a weird thing to do.
Thank you.
You just may as well just wear a jersey that says sports, or okay. But I would say
you start that.
I wouldn't start that because that's so beyond. It doesn't even register on my.
Okay.
Getting up in front of me during play is real problem. It's why I sit where I sit at the Kings.
Right up front on the glass.
Nobody gets in front of me except the referee.
So that's a start.
Yeah, and then leaving the game early is, it's I know the players don't care, but I think it's like disrespectful. You're either in or out. And then I go with the jersey thing, even though it's probably the thing I think's the dumbest.
Right.
It doesn't bother me the most because it's so off the charts dumb.
Start bench cut with Eric Stonestreet here on the program. This is a blast having you on here.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. You guys
love having you
here. Yeah. K-State. I think K-State plays tonight against Iowa State, right?
Okay. I don't have an answer to.
Basketball.
I don't have. So again, you're home.
I'm home. I know.
Hold on. Over under number of people in your house, 3.5.
Yeah.
Watching with you.
2 people. Me and one other friend.
You go under.
Oh,
you're locked in.
I don't invite
I noticed.
people over.
I didn't even get the invitation.
No. Well, you can come.
Nah, it's all right.
No, you can come.
No. By the way, I wasn't fishing for anything.
No, you absolutely can come because you understand how to watch a game. Like, here's the thing. I don't want to invite people over and then be telling them to be quiet the whole time because then I look like the controlling one. But I'm like, well, look, you know how I like to watch the game, so why wouldn't you come in with that respect and be like, let's be quiet.
We forgot to ask that for start bench cut because that'd have been a start right there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like,
all right,
just shut up.
So it's just you're tightening the playoff rotation.
Yeah, but you're more than welcome to come.
No,
I'm gonna make some hamburgers. I mean, people are like gonna be surprised that I'm not in Kansas City, but I very
it's okay.
I'll be there.
There's maybe some more football games to be played.
That's what I'm thinking. God, why am I so sick inside right now? Like there's just something burning inside me that I can't understand.
It's called the game is finally here, Eric.
I know. I just wanna wish all those guys luck. Mitch Schwartz, best right tackle. Oh,
yeah, he made
All Pro. He finally got the respect he.
But he didn't make the Pro Bowl.
I know Fish did though. I mean, it's. I think it's the left tackle love of the left tackle. While
it's
Fish
right tackle bias.
It is because the blindside whole thing. But we all know that like the right tackle, that they put their guys over at the right tackle because of the left tackle.
I think watching that Monday Night Football game with you, the Chiefs Broncos, the thing you said the most was just ask Von Miller, who's the toughest guy to go
ask him.
Ask Von. You go ask him.
I know that he said that he. It's like.
I'm just like you wanted me to come on the air the next day and call Von Miller just to ask him that question.
It's anyway.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.